Hey lovers! Hello everyone, bonjour. So today we are talking about a square, moon square, your moon's partner in synastry, or when moon is 4 places away or 10 places away from your partner's moon, right? I am using these two different explanations because I know that I'm catering to people who are, some are believing in this in the Western astrology, and some are believing in the sidereal astrology, and I I am here to pioneer the mixed methodology. So I'm going to use these interchangeable explanations so that everybody knows that we're still talking about the same thing. All right, so let's get into the juice. Whether you believe in Vedic, Western astrology, whichever astrology you believe in, but if you want your chart to be read, you can contact me because I do use a mixed methodology, right? And I understand both perspectives of people, right? But anyway, let's get into the details now. But before I do, I feel like every time I have to explain this because these comments are coming from, all the videos that I made like last year or the year before, we're regarding my voice, my speech, right? When I started this channel, I was pregnant and, doing the videos, heavily pregnant at times, and doing the videos, breastfeeding at times, having all of that. But I also, because I'm a Gemini, I also have moon controlling my second house, which is what? Speech, right? Tone and all of that, right? How we speak, right? And that means that I am heavily controlled by the moon in my speech. So when moon is transiting in certain houses, because moon changes every 2 days, 2.5 days. So when moon is transiting in certain houses, making a conjunction with certain planet or making aspects with certain planets, my voice changes, or my voice then will be affected depending on that day what's happening with the moon, right? And this is not for all Geminis, right? But when it comes to transit, yes, all Geminis will experience this. But in my case, my natal moon is also doing something very interesting in my chart. So transiting moon, when it's making an aspect and also minding the natal moon, then my voice will do something special that day, or will just sound so eerie and would just sound so weird, or whatever is happening, right? So again, before you send me another complaint about how I speak or my voice or all of that, or the rate of my speech, just remember that we're doing astrology, and astrology helps us understand personalities, helps us understand people, helps us understand why people are behaving in a certain way, why people are speaking like this, why is she walking like this, why does she talk like this, why are her hands moving in a certain way when she speaks. It all goes back to what? To astrology. So I hope I have explained enough about this whole voice, tonality, vitesse, like the rate of how I speak so slowly, tortue. But anyway, I do understand that we don't all, have the depth in astrology. So I am patient with the people who make these comments. And I do understand that they are coming from a place of not knowing. When you don't know, you act like you don't know, right? Because of the things you will say, because of the opinions that you will send out, because of the criticisms that you'll send out, then I sympathize, because I just understand that you don't know, right? But anyway, my voice will always change every day. I'm a Gemini controlled by moon. Moon fluctuates. Moon is fluctuating every day, changing, right? So yeah, just to put out there again, because another comment. But anyway, and we're talking about moon today, so yeah, anyway, let's do this. In this square, right, moon square your partner's moon, or from the Vedic perspective, your moon is 4 or 10 places away from your partner's moon. What I see here, first of all, is that there are differences in terms of life purposes. You are called in this life, when it comes to this relationship, to do different things, to achieve different objectives, through this relationship. Meaning that one person is going to have a totally different focus in their life within this relationship, whilst the other one is focusing on something else, right? And because of these different life purposes or life responsibilities that you will be dealing with while you are in this relationship with this person, because remember, this is a square happening in this relationship, or because of this relationship, therefore you will experience these things, right? It means that one person, because they're focusing on something different, will not be available physically to be with the other person. So meaning that during the day you are mostly distanced from each other, okay? It could literally be an emotional distance, or it could be a physical distance. When I say emotional distance, I mean, if you guys are imprisoned or or are in a hospital together and you start a relationship, you will be physically forced to be together, right? But emotionally there will be something that is blocking you to connect together, right? So that's why I'm saying it could be emotional distance or a physical distance. Most of the time it's a physical distance that is in here, right? And what I also see with the square is that there will be a codependence, however, relating to resources, okay? So even though you could be physically distanced, the resources that you both use will be causing a codependence, meaning that one person is lacking something and the other one has it, they're able to give it. It means that maybe one has money and the other one has food, one has a bed and the other, I'm just trying to think about things, and the other one has a car, something like that. One has something the other that doesn't have in this relationship, right? And the other one of the partners will be able to accumulate a lot of conveniences in this life. That means vehicles, home, properties, and the other one will be able to accumulate status, social life, even a profession, and they go up the ranks, right? And what I also see here is that there's a lot of respect within the relationship. It's more like, reverence that is seen here. More like, I respect you because I know that I don't have the resources that you have. I also respect you because I also know that I don't have the resources that you have. So I depend on you for something. You depend on me for something. So there's this respect that is seen here. However, now, what I see is that in a normal environment, or when I say a normal environment where people are not like, imprisoned or enclosed in a certain place, here one of the partners is going to deal with a lot of domestic issues, like a lot of domestic, like family, looking after the family, cooking, doing all these things. while the other one is going to be focusing on, the work, their profession, climbing up the ranks, going up the ranks, chasing that dream, that career dream. So as I said again in the beginning, different purposes in this life, right? I also do see that the other partner is going to feel like they are emotionally deprived by the partner. Like they're gonna feel like they are lacking that emotional connection, whereas the other partner is going to be feeling like they're being smothered by the other partner, right? So there's gonna be that again clash or differences in perspectives when it comes to the emotional side, right? And the other partner here, remember, this is moon is usually giving emotions, but here the other partner will lack the emotional expression. They will lack the knowledge of how to emotionally express themselves, whereas the other one is happening naturally in all of that, right? And because of this, the other one feels like they're not being emotionally taken care of by their partner, right? I also do see though that through these differences, this couple can achieve a lot of practicality, like practical life. They can build a life because of the differences. It's like, I know that I can do the garden, and you can't. Therefore, because of what I can do, I can make our life be functional. So we, each person is using their own strength to build a practical life together, right? I also see here, that when in the long run, this is not going to happen immediately, but in the long run, one of the partners is going to be an enemy. It's like, even if they break up, one of the partners will remain with a resentful feeling, like a regret, like a grudge, like just hating on their partner, right? And if they don't break up, maybe let's say they have other conjunctions or aspects that are making them stay and get married, but the other partner will, in their actions, act like an enemy. Like whatever they do is going to go against the well-being of the other partner, right? And they will do it intentionally, so with an intent to hurt the other partner, with an intent to teach a lesson, so to speak, to the other partner. So I see the other partner being, as I said, rejectful, but also being critical of their partner, right? Of their partner, like saying stuff. And because remember, we're dealing with the moons, both partners here are able to be manipulative using resources. They manipulate each other using even their social standing, like their class in life, like in the social stance, in their positions in life, basically. Manipulation here. I see again one partner being able to give and without expectation, whereas the other partner is just so critical, so resentful, so all of that, like with a negative energy, right? But again, always important to look at the signs, because they will give a huge story. Like I always tell you guys, signs, aspects, degrees. Look at the ascendant of the chart that is hosting this part, and then you go to the next chart and look at it, what it's doing there, which positions, which houses rather it's taking. So the houses here will be very important, because each partner will feel it differently, because if they have different ascendants, again, very important. Look at the ascendants, all of that, all right? Very important. So other than that, you guys, I would really like you guys to subscribe, because I will give more and more and more of these squares, of the quincunx, all of these, and I will explain them from both of the Western astrology and the I will not compare really, but like just give it, because it's going to give the same thing. It's just different words. The Western people, they use the different words. The Vedic people, they use the different words, but it's all the same. It's all the same. That's why I mix astrology, because it's all the same, right? When you look at it in a broader perspective. So I will chat to you again tomorrow. Again, the solution here is to compromise with all the squares in Synastry. Like I always tell you guys, all the squares, they only require compromise, otherwise the relationship will be felt in a negative way. To make it good, just compromise. And so bye bye, I'll chat to you soon. A bientôt. Ciao.